The Galaxy Council chamber floated in orbit above the planet Zyphera, a world of shining crystal cities and swirling gas clouds. The chamber was enormous, with transparent walls that showed thousands of stars and distant galaxies. Dozens of alien species were gathered, each more unusual than the last. Some had dozens of eyes, some had no limbs, and some seemed made of pure energy. At one corner of the chamber sat the humans, their presence small and simple compared to the alien grandeur. Their ambassador, Layla Santos, watched quietly, taking careful notes. "Humans?" whispered a blue-scaled Krythar delegate to a glowing energy being beside him. "They barely understand space travel and now they sit with us?" "They will fail," another hissed. "They cannot follow the council protocols. They are inferior." Layla did not respond. Humans were used to being underestimated, both on Earth and in space. She knew that patience, careful observation, and smart planning could speak louder than words. The High Chancellor, Elithar, a being of radiant light, floated above the chamber and addressed the council. "We gather to discuss interstellar security and resource allocation. But first, we must address the humans. Their recent admission into the council has been questionable. After careful consideration, the council declares humans inferior. Their technology, diplomacy, and understanding of galactic systems are insufficient for council responsibilities." Whispers filled the chamber. Many delegates nodded in agreement. Humans were an unknown quantity, and most considered them primitive. Layla remained calm. "High Chancellor," she said softly, standing. "May humans respond?" Elithar's light flickered. "You may, though we expect little." Layla straightened. "We respect the council's judgment. However, we ask for a small challenge. Allow us to demonstrate our abilities in diplomacy, problem-solving, and logistics. If we fail, we accept any limitations imposed upon us. If we succeed, we hope the council will reconsider its position." Some delegates laughed quietly. "A challenge?" whispered one. "Humans challenging the wisdom of the galaxy?" Elithar tilted his light body thoughtfully. "Very well. Humans, you are assigned to manage the newly discovered asteroid belt Zeta 9. It contains rare resources essential for multiple species. Previous council attempts to organize its use have failed due to conflicts and inefficiency. You have 1 week to complete this task." Layla nodded. "We accept." The humans returned to their ship, a modest craft compared to the enormous alien vessels. From orbit, Zeta 9 stretched endlessly, an endless field of rocky asteroids glimmering with minerals. Alien species had already tried to manage it, but disputes and selfish claims had caused chaos. Layla knew humans had an advantage. They could work together and think creatively. Layla gathered her team in the ship's planning room. "We need a plan that is fair, simple, and efficient. Every species must feel respected. Cooperation is our greatest strength." Lieutenant Arjun Patel, her assistant, nodded. "We will divide the belt into sectors, assign each species a responsible area, and ensure fair rotation." "It's straightforward, but it works," Layla smiled. "Exactly. Other species try to dominate or manipulate. Humans guide and organize. That is our advantage." The other council delegates watched with quiet amusement. "This will be interesting," said one Krythar. "They will fail spectacularly." For the first 2 days, humans observed. They contacted every species in the belt, listening to complaints and demands. One species, the Vorlax, wanted the richest asteroids for themselves. Another, the Shinari, complained that their mining ships were slower and they would fall behind. Humans took note of all concerns and started building a plan. By day 3, humans had drafted a map. Each sector was assigned fairly. Humans used rotating schedules to ensure no species dominated. Resources were distributed based on need and capacity, not power. Delegates were skeptical, but humans presented their reasoning patiently. "We are not forcing anyone," Layla explained to the council via hologram. "We guide all parties to agree. Cooperation is more effective than conflict." By the 4th day, alien representatives began noticing subtle things. Humans remembered names, understood cultural sensitivities, and mediated disputes without showing anger. Even the most competitive species started to follow their lead. How do they manage this?" whispered a Krythar delegate. "We would have demanded control by now. They cooperate?" replied another, astonished. By day 5, the asteroid belt was organized. Every sector had a team, every schedule was agreed upon, and resources were properly distributed. Humans had done what alien species could not. Create a system where everyone felt heard, respected, and productive. Layla contacted Alithar in a hollow meeting. The asteroid belt is fully operational. All delegates have agreed to the system, and conflicts are resolved. The task is complete. The chamber fell silent. One by one, delegates sent confirmation signals. Many had never expected this outcome. On the human ship, the team quietly celebrated. Arjun laughed softly. They're shocked. They never thought humans could manage a task of this scale. Layla smiled. It's not just organization, Arjun. It's fairness, diplomacy, and patience. We don't need to dominate. We just guide. That's what humans do best. The final council session arrived. Alithar addressed the chamber. Humans have completed the assigned task. All delegates have verified the outcome. It appears our initial judgment was incorrect. Some delegates avoided eye contact, others shifted nervously. Humans remained calm. Layla stepped forward. We accept the council's reconsideration, she said. Our goal is not to prove superiority. We aim to show that even newcomers can contribute meaningfully when given the chance. The insectoid representative murmured. I did not believe humans could succeed. I had underestimated them. Layla nodded. Underestimation is natural, but collaboration and respect achieve results. Humans excel when we work together and consider others. The chamber murmured with agreement. Delegates began discussing ways to revise protocols inspired by humans' approach. It was clear the galaxy had underestimated humans' intelligence and unique approach to problem-solving. Elithar's voice echoed. Let it be known, humans are not inferior. Their methods, though unfamiliar, have succeeded where others have failed. We regret our initial statement. Whispers of admiration spread. Humans' quiet confidence had transformed doubt into respect. Layla looked around. The galaxy was vast and challenges endless. Yet for the first time, humans were recognized as equals, not by power but by wisdom, creativity, and cooperation. As the session ended, whispers of remarkable and unexpected followed them. Humans had not only completed the task, they had left a lasting impression across the galaxy. Layla turned to Arjun. This is just the beginning. The galaxy has learned a lesson. Humans are not to be underestimated. Arjun grinned. And next time they'll ask for our guidance instead of judging us. Layla smiled, eyes shining with determination. The galaxy had doubted humans, but that mistake would never be repeated. The asteroid belt Zeta 9 was calm, organized, and thriving under the system humans had implemented. The aliens who had once doubted humans now moved through the sectors with quiet respect. The humans' plan had succeeded, but this was only the beginning. Layla Santos knew that the council would be watching closely, some with suspicion, some with genuine curiosity. On the human ship, Layla gathered her team. We did what they asked, she said. Now we have a chance to show something more. Not just our ability to organize, but how humans can solve complex problems and bring harmony where others see conflict. Lieutenant Arjun Patel leaned forward. You mean, take the initiative? Go beyond their expectations? Yes, Layla replied. We've earned their attention. Now we must earn their respect, and that means demonstrating human creativity, empathy, and strategy on a larger scale. The next council session was called. This time it wasn't about declaring humans inferior. It was about the results of Zeta 9's management. Delegates filled the chamber, their curiosity palpable. Alithar floated to the center. Humans, your success has surprised many. But the council wishes to know if your methods are sustainable across larger challenges. Are you prepared to demonstrate further? Layla stepped forward, calm and confident. We are. We propose a cooperative simulation, a galaxy-wide trade exercise. It will involve 5 key regions and multiple species, all with conflicting priorities. Our goal is to maximize resources, reduce conflict, and ensure fairness. Murmurs ran through the chamber. They dare suggest organizing all regions? Whispered a Krithar delegate. Yes, another said. It seems impossible, but perhaps intriguing. Elithar's light brightened. Very well. Humans will lead the simulation. Let all delegates observe and participate. You have 3 days. The simulation began immediately. Humans reached out to all species, using the lessons learned from Zeta 9. Each species had unique concerns, transportation limits, and communication difficulties. Where others might have argued or attempted to force compliance, Humans listened and suggested compromises. Layla introduced a simple but powerful idea, a transparent schedule system visible to all species. Each trade route, shipment, and allocation was tracked openly. Any conflicts could be addressed immediately. Arjun watched as the delegates responded. "They are actually paying attention to each other's needs," he whispered. No species feels ignored. By the second day, the humans' method showed dramatic results. Resource shortages were avoided. Trade disputes, which had historically led to months of delays, were solved in hours. Aliens began to ask for advice rather than resist. Even the most competitive species started coordinating willingly. In the council chamber, delegates observed through holographic feeds. A luminescent species, the Thrillians, spoke softly. "I never believed humans could achieve this. We often fight over resources for decades. They have solved a simulation in a day." A young insectoid delegate nodded. "We should have listened from the beginning. Their approach is unlike anything we imagined." By the final day, the humans had completed the simulation successfully. All regions were balanced. Trade flows were efficient. Every species involved had a fair share of resources, and disputes had been minimized. The council's doubts were gone, replaced by admiration. Elithar addressed the chamber. "The humans have completed the galaxy-wide simulation flawlessly. Their methods are efficient, fair, and sustainable. It appears our previous judgment of inferiority was mistaken," delegates murmured in agreement. The insectoid representative stood. "I admit my error. I believed humans were weak and inexperienced. I now see that their strength lies in their wisdom, collaboration, and adaptability." Layla stepped forward once more. "We are grateful for this acknowledgement. Humans do not seek superiority. Our goal is to demonstrate that understanding, cooperation, and respect can achieve results where conflict and arrogance fail." Back on Zeta 9, humans worked quietly, monitoring the asteroid belt. Reports from alien sectors arrived steadily, all showing smooth operations. Humans did not celebrate loudly. They understood that true respect was earned through action, not words. Arjun glanced at the reports. "It's amazing. Even species that were suspicious are now asking for guidance. They actually want to learn from us," Layla nodded. "Yes, they realize that humans have a different perspective. We approach challenges not with force but with empathy and logic. That is a strength they often overlook." The chamber held a special session to honor humans' achievements. Elithar spoke to all delegates. "Let it be known, the humans are now recognized as equals. Their methods have produced results superior to many older civilizations. We regret our earlier declaration and apologize for underestimating them." Whispers filled the room, but now they were filled with respect and awe, rather than derision. Humans had turned the tables, not by aggression but by showing the power of intellect, cooperation, and adaptability. Outside the chamber, delegates approached Layla and her team. Some offered handshakes, others transmitted respectful signals of gratitude. Even the most skeptical had been convinced. A Thrillian elder approached. "Ambassador Santos, you have taught us that intelligence is more than technology. It is understanding. Humans remind us that wisdom, empathy, and creativity are the greatest tools in the galaxy." Layla smiled. "We only did what humans do best, work together and find solutions. Anyone can do this if they listen and respect others." The Krethar delegate, who had laughed at humans in the beginning, now bowed slightly. "I underestimated you. Never again." The humans returned to their ship. Arjun looked out at the stars. "It feels surreal. They actually respect us now. And not just because we're clever. They understand that humans see things differently." Layla nodded. "Exactly. Respect is earned not by boasting but by action. We have shown that humans bring unique value to the galaxy." As they prepared to leave Zeta 9, the asteroid belt sparkled with activity. Mining ships moved smoothly, trade routes were efficient, and disputes were nearly non-existent. Humans had not only succeeded, they had left a lasting impression that would change interstellar relations for generations. Later, aboard the Council's observation station, Elithar reflected on the humans' achievements. "We judged them too quickly," he admitted to the Council. "We focused on their weaknesses but overlooked their greatest strengths: adaptability, cooperation, and ingenuity. They have taught us a valuable lesson." A quiet murmur of agreement spread among the delegates. Many made notes, intending to apply humans' methods in their own systems. For the first time, the Council recognized that humans were not only capable, but extraordinary in ways no one had expected. Layla and her team watched from their ship as the galaxy moved forward. Conflicts were resolved faster, trade was smoother, and alliances were strengthened. Humans had achieved this not through war or power, but through their intelligence, patience, and empathy. Arjun smiled. It's incredible. We've changed how the galaxy sees humans. Layla's eyes shone with quiet pride. Yes, and we've only just begun. The galaxy will never underestimate us again. As the ship departed Zeta 9, humans left behind more than an organized asteroid belt. They left a legacy of cooperation, wisdom, and respect. The Council had learned a lesson. Humans were not inferior. They were extraordinary, and the galaxy was richer for having them as equals.